Hello everyone. In this video, we will be looking at creating this simple Power App application, which will be utilizing a custom connector, which would be connecting to a REST API shown here. So this is the Swagger UI of my API, and in this application, will be interacting to this API via a custom connector. So I have created this API and I have created a video of how to create this. You can check it out. I'll give you the link on the description of this video. So have a look. How do you create this? I've explained in that video how to create the API. So in this, basically, it's very simple API. It's basically management of to-do application API. So it has four endpoints. One is the get. Basically, it gets all the to-dos which you have created. Post and to do, you can add a new to do here using a put. You can update a to do and delete a to do. You can use this endpoint. Okay, so there are some other webhooks also I have created, but I will show this functionality using in the next video using Power Automate. So in this video, so I'll be utilizing these four endpoints in my Power App. So just to give a demo of this application, so I have this application which you can manage your to do. Here you can basically two text boxes I've added, one to enter the to-do ID and one to enter the to-do value. To-do ID basically it will be used for updating and deleting a to-do, and um, this text box which is a to-do value will be used to add a to-do. So in this on the left panel, there is a gallery control which will show me already to which I have already created. Just to demonstrate this, I'll create a new to-do. So let's say my new to-do and then add to-do. So it will get created here. So what is happening if when I say add to do, it is communicating to the custom connector and which is further communicating to the REST API. This REST API is actually storing all the data in SQLite, okay, which is a file-based database. Good. Click on update. So you can see it has updated my to do, and if I have to delete, I can give the ID of the expected to do and click on delete, which will delete the ID. It's very simple application, and from here we can actually refresh the data source. Okay, so let's see how to create this. So first of all, to do that, I have to create a custom connector. So I'll go to the Power App and go to the custom connector section. So you can log into make.powerapps.com and log into your environment and go to custom connector here. If you don't see the custom connector here, you can click on more and you can select this from the list of items. Since I have added it here, it is not showing me, but you can actually pin this so that you can frequently use it next time. Okay, so to create a custom connector, there are some options here. On the right side, you can see there's a drop down. You can create it from blank. You can use it. You can create it from Azure Service, OpenAI, this thing. In this case, in my case, I'll be creating it by importing a Postman collection. Okay, so I have created a Postman collection here with all the four endpoints, which I have shown in my API. So this get to do is basically will get all the to dos. So if I send a request, it will show me what is my latest to do, which is being shown in my application also, which is here, right? So if I just to show here, if I give maybe pass some certification, that is my to go here and say add. And if I go here and send request again, it will fetch it from the API and then it is should show me here, right? And then add to do. It's a post request, and you can see there's an add to do here and the body. This is how we'll be passing the value here, right? So this is the key and the value. So if I try to add it here from this send, it will say message as insert operation succeeded. And if I go back to my app and if I refresh, so it is showing me here, right? Similarly, there's an update to do. In update to do, we need an ID and the value. So it will go ahead and replace the text which is there in this ID and update it. Similarly, for delete to do, we just need the ID. So if I pass this, it will go ahead and delete, right? So this is a collection and that I have made. So once your collection is ready, you can actually export this collection and click on export, and it will allow you to download it on your system. Okay, so I have already downloaded it here in my downloads folder, through which I'll be creating. So let's go ahead and recreate it from here, uh, just to show you the experience. Export, and in the download, it will go ahead and create it. So in my download, I've already created this, so I'll be using this. Okay, so in my Power App custom connector, I can choose import a Postman collection, and I can give a name here. Let's say uh, my new to-do connection, or use connection word. Um, let's say collection. Then let it be like this. My new to API maybe. Okay, and then import. So I'll pick up from the location where I exported, and I'll click on continue. I think, okay, so we cannot use the word API or connector. So let it be at this point, what to do. So what it has done is it has read the JSON file, that the file that we have saved uh, from the Postman onto our desktop. I mean, in our file location, it is of JSON file format. JSON file format. So it will go ahead and read it from it. So it will have all this basic information, my to-do collection, just to use it. Okay. And it has automatically taken from the host and the base URL. Security, it is a no authentication security here. So let it be, and then if you see, it has created all the actions. So all the endpoints have been brought into this as an actions. You can see add all to do. It will, the operation ID is a get all to do. So when you try to add a connection, when we'll try to add a connection in Power Apps, it will be available in a method like this, whatever the operation ID is. Okay, so we'll see that once we create a new app. And the request is like from here. Okay, it's come from the, it's a get request, and it's this is the endpoint which is getting called, which will be getting called internally. And as a default response, we have to provide what is the output which is coming from the custom connector, right? So in this case, since my is a get to do, the output is like this. So I can just copy this from here and paste it here. Okay, and then say import. So you can see there are two fields here, ID and to do, which is coming from this as an array. Okay, since it's a multiple items, it will be imported as an array. Okay, and then so this is get all to do, and then add to do. Then it has create this request as an add to do, and it's a post. And okay, so when you're calling this post, we have to we are passing some format, right? So I have to do. So this is the format that we are passing. So just to have a check, if I go edit this in the body, you will find a to-do value, right? Which is correct. And then in update, similarly update to do, and then this is the endpoint of put, and this is the endpoint, and the body same. If I go ahead, it will show now to do ID and value. It's what we are passing. Fine. And in delete, it will be only one, which is the to do ID. Okay, so once this is done, let's go ahead. We'll create a connector. Let's click on create. Okay. So now the connector is created. What we can do now is to test this. So we can click on test. So in order to test, we have to create a connection. So let's go ahead and create new connection. Click on create. So as soon as you create a connection, it will throw you to the connection screen. So in order to go back, we have to go back to custom connector. You will see your newly created custom connector in this list. You click on this pencil edit icon, and then again you can go back to test. So now what I have created will appear here, and then you can test this. So you can click on this operation and then click on test operation. So as you can see, status is 200 success, and then it will give you all the to-dos in array, right? And in order to test add to-do, you can actually give a new to-do. Let's see, newest. You can give anything. So I'm just giving anything to test, and then test operation. So it is giving 201, which is insertion succeeded. So in order to test this, we can go to our app, click on refresh. So it has added. Fine, it's working fine. Similarly, you can test update to do as well as in to do, delete to do. And for that, what I have to do is I have to let's create a new app from page design. Let it be a blank. So in order to create, so I have this blank Power App, Canvas app. And in order to use the custom connector, I can go ahead and click on this add data and choose your connector. So in our case, it is my new to do. Right. So let's create this. Let's add that. And then in that, let's insert a gallery. The data source, let's go ahead and create this. So, let's add again. there's some network glitch. And now let's add a gallery, and let's select this. Okay, dot. So as you can see, we have all these actions available to use. So in our case, in this gallery, we'll be populating all the to-dos. So we'll select all to-dos here, the items, and I can add items here. Let's say from my resource, say text label, and this is bringing the ID. That's fine. That means I one more because I need the value as well. Okay, so this is my to-do list here, and let's try to increase the size maybe 50 so that we can see better. Okay, so this is my to-do list, and let's insert two text inputs so that I can, one is for my ID and one for my uh, value, and then insert a button to add to do some operation, like so for instance in this case we can add to do one more for updating, one for deleting. So let's put it here, delete. Okay, and in this add to do, we will try to insert that. So my connector name is my to do collection, so I can add that dot add to do. So in this add to do, it is expecting the value of text. I can give the text input one dot text, which is my to do ID, but we need the this thing, right? So this will be text to. Now we want the value. Close this. Okay. So we can have this renamed txt ID. This is the txt to do value. And the text I can say enter to do ID. Right. So this we can add to do. And in this case, I need to update. So I can give my update to here. This will expect the to-do ID, so I can see that text, and to-do value would be 16. To-do value of text. That's it. This is my update, and then delete. Delete to do. That delete to do. I need the ID. Okay, let's test this. Hopefully work. So let's say I want to add new to anything, maybe create a video. Okay, let's add to. Okay, let's try to look into this using this postman. Get all to do. So let's send this request. Let's see if it had added. Yeah, it did add. Okay, that's good. Let's try to update and to do. So let's say the third one I want to uh, update it like give any name. Let's say pass maybe BL900 certification. It. Let's see if impression was successful. Yeah, it was. So it was changed successfully. And then let's say that I have let's try to delete. Let's say the sixth one. So I've created the video. I don't want this. So let's say 6 and let's say delete. Okay, it has deleted. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Basically, this is what I had, and this is the. I mean, this was not. This was like an intermediate tutorial. Okay, so basically, you should know a little bit basics of Power Apps to come up to this level. So this is it. So this is more polished application. I mean, but you can always decorate it, but all the functionality I have actually shown here. Just matter of formatting it and coming to here. Just to show you how I did all this in this particular application. So let me go back. Let's say this name is demo app maybe. Save. It's time to save. Okay. I go back, leave. This is my to-do app, and then I click on it. This gallery is pretty much same thing. Here in this case, I'm adding a collection variable for populating this, and yeah, I have populated this collection in the app on start event. So here you can see I'm populating this created this my to-do collection as a collection variable, and using clear collect, I'm calling my REST API dot get to do to call the latest get the latest value from the API and storing it on my collection whenever the app starts. And this is a flag which I'm using for refreshing this because in the custom connector there's a different way of refreshing this data source. Okay, so for that, I've created this variable, the refresh source. Initially, I'm calling it true. Okay, and on the add to do button, I am calling the API. And for refreshing this grid, I'm updating the context, updating the value of this variable to whatever it is to opposite of it, vice versa. So that what happens is perhaps detects there is a change in the value and it will try to refresh the connection. So that's how this grid will be refreshed. And again, basically, I'm calling up the filter to populate my collection again with the latest values, and I'm resetting the controls of my text controls. So that's pretty much what I have done for my update through as well as delete through. Okay, so this is a small app I want to demonstrate using the custom connector for Power Apps. In the next video, we will be looking at utilizing webhooks for from a Power Automate. Okay, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching this video, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. Have a great day.